Hey everybody, so today at Off the Line Performance,
we're gonna turbo the Corvette! Alright guys, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit today for this series. We're gonna be working on a 2021 C8 Corvette. This is my baby, my daily driver. Not to downplay it, calling it a daily driver or anything, but I love this car. I drive it pretty much every day during the summer. I've put roughly 100 miles on it, so I wanted just a little bit more power. That's the only complaint that I've had with the car. So we reached out to our friends over at Extreme Turbo Systems, and they actually make a twin turbo kit for this car. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll be going over the specs of it, but there'll be count them, two Precision 6466s, a Motec M150 runs the car as far as ECU management wise, and then we'll be having a port injection fuel system. So we're gonna start taking apart the rear end of this car because obviously C8 Corvette's the engine is a mid-engine car now, so we work on everything in the back of the car. I'm gonna take the rear bumper off. We're gonna cover up the rear quarters to make with the protective film, make sure everything doesn't get scratched, and then basically we'll just start doing the basic stuff, like getting the oil out, getting the coolant out, do everything like that. So let's go over to the parts and we'll go through what we're installing on the car. All right, so we got a whole pile of parts here for the Corvette. Everything that you need to install turbos on your C8 Corvette is what you see right here. Now this kit, for example, this is the ETS kit. There's a few other companies out there. I know Fuel Tech has a car out there, but in this case we're doing ETS. We have twin 6466s, and they are mirror image. So that means typically when you see twin turbo kits, you know, they're both the same direction and they're offset, but these are mirror image, so the turbos actually spin in opposite directions, so they're symmetrical in the car. So those go on the back of the car. Right here we have an intake. So this is your intake and intercooler all in one. That means that this is going to be a water-cooled package. So this kind of goes on to the throttle body. So if we're facing the back of the car like this, it goes in right there. And then your blow-off valves go on either side. So two blow-off valves. We got pictures and stuff. This is a cover for the front of the car. And then this is the port injection for the Corvette. So this adds port injection to the Corvettes. On these newer LT engines from Chevrolet, they are DI systems, so they're direct injected. We're gonna be adding port injection on top of that, so we'll have better control over the now boosted pressurized air going into the engine, because right now it is normally aspirated or naturally aspirated for you guys. But intake manifold, fuel rails, I think we're running 1050 injectors, and we got a nice regulator there. We got exhaust pipes. We got, I think this is an oil cooler. We got AN lines for days. Couplers, everything you need pretty much. And then this goes into the front of the car. So this right here would be like surge tank / supplemental fuel system. On top here, you'll fill this up with race gas, so like Ignite Red, and we'll be spraying the system separately from the DI system with ethanol. So that'll be pretty sweet. And then we got wastegates. For wastegates, we're running tile stuff. Blow-off valves, we're running tile. So that's gonna be like your MVR, and then the 44 millimeter wastegates for that. And then this one's a really fun one. It's a Motec. So actually this is probably like one of the most expensive parts of the build. But this is gonna be running, sorry, I said earlier an M150, this is an M130. that runs the fuel injection system that we're adding to the car. So we'll be tuning that in-house as well. But along with that, there's a whole wiring harness that we gotta do. So one of the episodes that we'll be having is wiring the car. One of the episodes will be putting the turbo kit on the car. And then we'll obviously be tuning it. And then we'll take off for a drive. So it's roughly gonna be about a 5-part series for you guys. This first video, I'm just introducing it to you guys. Over the next few days, we're gonna be taking stuff off the car. Today's kind of later in the day. So we'll be probably starting this next week on Monday. But this is pretty much the start of some pretty big special things. So I'm really excited. Let's get started taking the rear bumper off the car and getting everything prepped and ready for the big install.
Calm down now.
There it is.
Hey, where my glove at, man?
We're not though.
You can see it.
Oh yeah.
That's it right there.
I put it.
It was over there, but I thought it was over there.
I know it was there. Yeah, boy. He lied. That's a lie. So, I'm a snake. We just gotta
Just leave that off. Take it all off and leave it off.
It's a. Where am I gonna put my golf club, Sam?
It's a race car now.
Hey,
Microfiber.
free microfiber. See that for dude. And after that, once again, we're gonna get the T15 out, and we have a full service like slot. You know, shout outs to your mom. She knows what service slots are. We're gonna take that out. Okay. And then you got more stuff that kind of is in the way. Right here is where your airbox is. So at this point in the video, if you were just being a no turbo little baby, you just switch out your air filter for a K&N or some American stuff, I guess. These look like 10 mils. They could be 8 mils, could be 9 mils. You know, keep that thing on me.
That's at least 7, dude.
Because it looks like
I agree.
You know, K&N drop-ins will get you 15 horsepower and 15 miles a gallon.
That's cool, dude. So let's take this time to tell everybody it was not a 7mm.
I said at least.
Said at least.
Yeah.
And it's not a 10. The only thing. It's an 8.
What about 9?
No,
9's not a number, that's a government construct.
That's a government construct, Connor.
9 was created by Big Math.
Big Mac.
Big Math.
Big Mac. Oh yeah, the unions of math.
Yeah.
Of course.
Big Mac.
The union of intellectual math.
The Burger King came up with 9.
9 is
That's been
Where is the Burger King?
Where is the Burger King?
9 is caused World War II.
I need to talk to him.
He's probably residing in Tijuana, wanted for war crimes.
I'd like to talk to the Burger King. Okay, filter. It's just here.
Spit on it. Whoa!
This is what you use to suck. This is the cleanest area of all time. That's like better than an N95.
Let me try it. Damn, dude.
Does it even say Corvette on it?
No.
Where's it made?
Here, take a rip.
Oh, I thought you were rubbing your face on it. I was like,
That's a good rip. All right, so these filters are made by GM. That stands for Gangsta Money, and then AC Delco. What does AC Delco stand for?
Atlanta Crip.
Atlanta Crip.
Atlanta Crip.
just straight gangster over here.
Yeah, so now we're just kind of getting everything off the car. We got the exhaust off the car. We have the intake off the car. So this is just like the factory air box. You would typically have the air filter in like that. And then it pulls from either side of the quarter panels. So when you see these big vents on the side of the Corvette, all of that is functional. To give you a little bit of insight of when they designed this car, they kind of wanted to do a mid-engine car, and they were like, well, we're gonna put the engine in the back and then we're just gonna design the car around it. So GM had to figure out a bunch of cooling issues with the car. That's why the car looks the way it is and has the big functional like F-35 like fighter jet like intakes on the side. It looks super sexy, but they are like functional. So you got coolers in the back, and then we also have the intakes either side of the car, kind of behind the wheel wells a little bit, but they're in like this whole area. So I'm gonna actually start pulling the intake manifold off the car. This is a LT2 6.2 liter Chevy engine. So it's kind of like an LS, but it's not, if that makes sense. Kind of the same architecture, but the LT2 is all aluminum block DI engine. So there's no fuel injection. We are adding fuel injection to the ports again. Sorry, what I said earlier. There is fuel injection, but it's a DI, a direct injection. So we're adding port injection on top of that for the boosted part. And then I'm just gonna kind of start slowly mocking things up and see how the turbos like fit. So they'll kind of go under here and everything. But we gotta take the catalytic converters out, and that is replaced with the turbo system. And that's kind of just the way that we have to do it. So, yep. Okay. Now we just gotta take off all these breather lines. They have this going to like evap and everything, and like have its own catch can, I think, built into the car. And then there's also all these push clips. You push them down and then you pull the tab out, I believe. That's the other car. Doing launch control. All right. All right. Factory intake manifold coming out. So, like I said before, we cannot use this intake manifold because we're going to be adding port injection. So, there's a lack of injection into the ports. Throw it away. No, I'm just kidding. We'll probably try to sell this to another, you know, LT2 owner. I don't know, maybe these fit on Camaros because the bolt pattern is the same, so technically you can flip this around.
If you can guess what Cole's dog's name is, you can get $5 off.
Yep, and there's two, so you have two chances.
Ooh. That $5 is gonna make a big difference.
Yeah, big difference in the price, yeah. So, oh, there's the engine. You can kind of see, let's take this off. This is a, they put these here because the DI system's kind of loud. Makes it sound like your engine's ticking. So, you know, the average Camaro or Corvette owner, DI owner, that's not used to that on V8s, might think that their engine's ticking, when in reality it's just their DI system. So, the injectors are well underneath the intake manifold on these. And they just go directly into the combustion chamber. So, we're keeping all the DI stuff, obviously, but we have to do some wiring now for the fuel injection system. And we also got to pull some stuff out of here too, but this kind of just clears up space.